Now, the next group, which is our final group, is a really interesting one, and I'm excited to hear about this. It's about the circular economy. It's so important for our future when we look at climate change in our environment. If we don't start thinking about how we can create a more circular economy, as opposed to one where we use and just keep throwing out and keep using, then I don't think our world's going to be sustainable. That's something that the next group is looking at. Our final presentation today is the team whose project supports the setting up of regional innovation for a circular economy, otherwise known as RICE, by analysing other regional circular economy networks, identifying best practice and generating business recommendations for a business model for RICE for our region. This is super exciting stuff. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, Roxie, and hello to all in our virtual audience today. My name is Jessica Miller, and I have the pleasure of introducing you to the project and to our presentation today. Joining me will be Chris Ford, Joe Jenkins, and Andrew Elliott. And I'd like to acknowledge the contributions of our fifth team member, Hugh Allen, who was unable to join us today. Together, we acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional land of the Wadawurrung people and honour and pay our respects to the elders past and present. Australia has experienced rapid economic development and population growth. As a result, we are collectively depleting our resources at an accelerated rate, generating unprecedented waste and emissions to the detriment of our region, environmentally, socially, and economically. Too much of our city, infrastructure, services and resources are based on the linear economic model of take, make, use and dispose. As individuals and organisations, too many of us continue to choose products or materials for single use. We buy new rather than recycle and dispose rather than repair. As we navigate this COVID-19 pandemic, we face the challenge of finding our next normal. It presents a significant challenge, but also a great opportunity. How we respond now will have a great impact on the future of our economy, our society, and the planet as a whole. As the United Nations Climate Chief posed, this is the opportunity to build back better, for nations to green their recovery, shape their economy in ways that are clean, green, healthy, safe, and far more resilient. Each of us play a critical part in building back better. We can do this by transforming our throwaway economy into one where waste is eliminated, resources are circulated, and the nature is regenerated. This is a circular economy. Over the past 4 months, our project team has worked with the Regional Innovation for a Circular Economy, RICE, an organisation established by a group of local Geelong representatives to lead the transition to a thriving circular economy in the Barwon Southwest region and regional Victoria. Extensive research was undertaken on existing CE networks across Australia and Europe to identify current best practice, governance frameworks, and actively participating stakeholders. Surveys were conducted, relationships developed, and a supporting network for RICE was established. Our findings and observations were captured in 5 case studies, from which a series of recommendations have been provided to support the development of a business model for RICE, to enable the organisation to play a pivotal role in supporting our transition to a circular economy. Our purpose here today is to educate and inspire each of you to better understand the issue, to take accountability, and to support RICE to enable this well-needed transition to a more sustainable solution. The first step is to better understand what is the circular economy. I'll pass to Chris to explain.
A linear economic model. A take, make, and use and dispose model. This promotes low-cost, short lifetime uses of resources, increasing waste in our local environment into undesirable pathways such as landfill. A circular economy model presents an alternative to this unsustainable legacy approach. It promotes a sustainable and restorative resource use by embedding design and systems thinking into the life cycle of resources and products. A make, use, recycle model. New products can be designed with resource efficiency and reuse in mind to design out waste, and older products can be reused and repaired where possible or recycled into new products. The CE approach allows individuals and organisations to take a holistic look at how their everyday actions can be improved for better environmental outcomes. The findings from our work indicate Australia has a way to go to catch up with many European countries to embed CE practices into our society. But there's good news. The Europeans have done a lot of the hard work for us, and there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Local CE networks and a national focus on how Australia treats its waste are starting to pick up momentum. In Australia to date, there has been a focus on reducing linear economies by assessing products at their end of life for reuse and recycling opportunities. While these are key areas of the circular economy, it is critical to also develop circular economy concepts at the design stage of products and resource supply chains in order to shift the focus and help establish new sustainable businesses and industries. Local education on existing CE practices will play an important role to ensure Geelong and the Southwest adopt all elements of the circular economy where practical. To develop a successful circular economy in the Barwon, Southwest and regional Victoria, Rice aims to become the local focal point for further understanding of existing CE concepts and to help educate and promote CE opportunities. In doing so, Rice can be a network that increases local knowledge, sparks creativity, and encourages local job creation, all while creating better outcomes for our local environment.
So how do we start a circular economy? Well, as Chris mentioned, we do not need to reinvent the wheel. In fact, it's a recommendation from the OECD that to start this transition, we need to look at what's going on in our community. This means peer-to-peer exchange and collaboration. A fine example of this is where Deakin University researchers helped develop a product from textile waste into use for concrete reinforcement, which at the time was an Australian first. Geelong carpet manufacturer Godfrey Hurst partnered with GT Recycling to turn their textile waste into a new product known as GT Fibrecrete, which can be added to footpaths, gravel, and road surfaces. Not only has this allowed for this previously non-recyclable waste product to be diverted from landfill, but by adding this 4% of polymer fibres, it actually improves the quality and the durability of the concrete, which results in less cracking, less maintenance, and a longer life, making it an attractive new product on the market. The CE model supports development of new and improved products that can be unique and usually better, resulting in more business and revenue opportunities. Zero Code is cleaning up plastic from oceans, turning it into dispensers and refill pouches for household cleaning products. And these pouches are sent back and forth as new refills are needed. They are literally cleaning the oceans, preventing further production of plastic. Have a cool idea and exciting new company, all in true circular economy style. And innovation doesn't have to be complex or require a massive overhaul to your current framework or system. BSF Organic, based in Geelong, takes food waste and converts it into high-quality animal feed through the use of the black soldier fly. This bioconversion means that food waste spends less time in landfill, lessens greenhouse gas emissions, and simultaneously produces a nutritional and high-protein consumer product. Whilst this is a great initiative, BSF Organic are simply using a natural process to address an environmental concern, and in doing so, now have a new business creating employment opportunities in Geelong. These are some of many ways where changing our thinking and our design can turn waste into resource. Rice will identify these opportunities that will help make connections and support further innovation underpinned by circular economy principles.
How can we all be part of the circular economy? Rice has the opportunity to help build environmental, social and economic resilience in our region by playing a catalytic role for local CE opportunities. Rice aims to convene leadership regionally, nationally and internationally through a collaboration network made up of subject matter experts, First Nations people groups and innovators. Local buy-in will be accelerated through a stakeholder benefits program for participants to highlight the benefits of CE for existing and future stakeholders. Innovation will be driven through open discussions and idea sharing to identify CE opportunities for positive change within the region. New business models will be introduced. Partnerships and an investor network will be developed through events, educational programs, and grant facilitation to unlock public funding opportunities. RICE will act as a source of public opinion to help inform regional policy and strategy, ensuring alignment with key state and federal policies. RICE will be an advocate for CE to be considered in policy making and planning at a local and national level. Embedding CE principles in government policy and industry strategy is important for generating more support for regional circular innovation. Finally, RICE will facilitate a positive feedback loop through simple and inclusive communication to stakeholders as part of a strong collaboration and engagement plan. Today, we look to educate and inspire action from community and industry. Consider the commercial and environmental benefits of collectively moving to a circular economy. RICE will change the cultural paradigms around sustainability and move beyond recycling. RICE seeks to understand the issues specific to our region and provide a platform where local business cases are accessible, connecting projects to convert the linear into circular and setting local targets and metrics to track progress. Businesses will benefit from understanding and focusing on the whole life cost rather than just the cost of initial procurement. Commerce will thrive in a circular commercial model with greater protection from cyclic industry downturn evident in the linear model. We encourage you to explore the opportunities to invest in new growth markets, upskill employees and offer new job streams. We're seeking expressions of interest to connect with RICE as they develop the business model. This is a call to action for businesses and community to connect with RICE and become part of the change for good. So go to the regionalcirculareconomy.com.au website, use the subscribe button to join the communication loop. Alternatively, you can follow the Regional Innovation for a Circular Economy, RICE, via LinkedIn. Let RICE know they have your support as a business and a community leader for your region. Participation is crucial to the development of a successful circular economy. Thank you very much.
Wow, that's just so awesome. You know, when you think about the black fly and just what can be done, like we can utilise everything we have to make everything go around. I just love that. Look,